This week, we are answering the question, what do you crave the most right now? What do you crave the most right now? And this one doesn't have to be super deep. It can be super simple. It can be down in the sea deep. It can be surface level, like you're just floating. You can talk about food. You can talk about an experience. You can talk about a feeling, a posture of your heart. You can talk about whatever you want. So the question that I want you to sit in is, what do you crave the most right now? "13 videos, 13 weeks, 13 questions, 13 challenges, 13 minutes, 13 seconds. And we are on, wait a minute, I'm just gonna click this randomly. Week 6 of 13, which is crazy. I had the absolute pleasure of taking myself out on a date this week, and I got to sit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to say her name incorrectly, but I believe it's Titilope. She's a Edmonton-based spoken word poet. She has amazing poetry out. She has poetry albums. She has written work. She's got books, all the things. And her most recent album, and she spoke about it a bit at this kind of dining with artists event that I went to. She talks about sisterhood. And the cool thing about this event was, like, it wasn't really big. So it was pretty intimate. There were little pods of tables that you could sit at while you ate your meal. And on the back of the menu, there were like these table talks and prompts. And I went with a friend, and after Titilope had performed her poem on sisterhood, I communicated with my friend how much I've struggled with that idea. As I've said already, I'm an only child. As a result of that, I don't know if it's as a result of that or just because I feel my feelings so much and so in such magnitude and the connection. I don't know what it is, but friendship's a big deal to me. I take friendship really, really seriously. I have really high expectations in friendships, and I try my best to communicate that up front, just so that if someone doesn't have the capacity to be my friend, they have the freedom to not be obligated to be in this space, because I carry a lot, I give a lot, I pour a lot, and that often means that I require a lot back, and I want consistency and all the things. And unfortunately, in my journey of friendship, even from when I was younger, when I talked to my parents about it, to this day, I have had a hard time with female friendships. I've had a hard time with female friendships, and I've had a hard time with female peers. Like, you see these shows and you watch these shows about sisterhood and female best friends, and there were times when I was like, okay, is that real? Like, is that a real thing that happens? Is it real for someone to stay that long, for you to have another woman to walk through life with, who gets you, who supports you, who walks with you, all of those things? So when I look at my friend group, or the bigger friend group, majority of my friends are male. And I don't know if that's because of, like, I'm very close with both my parents, but I don't know if that's because of the open communication I have with my dad and my uncles that were around, the pastors that I was raised around. I don't know what it is, but I feel very comfortable around men. And male friendships. And there's something about a male friendship that's really interesting, where they will affirm you and acknowledge the things that you are going through. But then they'll also be like, okay, and what? They'll also be very quick to check you and say, okay, toughen up now, let's go. Like, let's keep going. Like, sure, this happened, cry about it, cool. But then now let's keep going. So most of my friends are guys. And I have been wanting to develop more female friendships, but because of this really high wall I have towards the idea and concept of sisterhood, I just haven't really allowed it to happen. And like, when someone is trying to get closer to me now who is a female, I kind of keep them at arm's distance. Honestly, I keep a lot of people at arm's distance right now. We're processing through a lot, but I really keep female friendships at like a distance. Now I do have a female best friend and she's locked in. Like, I've never doubted her. I've never questioned. I've never like worried. So that's really, really cool. But like outside of that, it's like, I don't know. I'm really hesitant. So, but coming back to the story, when I was at the table and I was talking to my friend, and then Titilope ended up actually sitting at our table, and she joined in the conversation. And it was really cool to be affirmed by her in the fact that sisterhood is hard and it's uncomfortable. And there is all of this focus on romantic relationships, but not as much conversation about what female friendship can look like and what friendship can look like in general. So one of the things I would say I crave right now is sisterhood. To have a tribe of women who rally around me, I rally around them, and we truly uplift each other. Like, no competition, no jealousy, just prayers, support, showing up in the big and the small ways. And that's a little nerve-wracking, because I think my heart is becoming more open towards the idea of sisterhood and accepting more female friendships. But my heart is also really nervous because of things that have happened in the past, and this competition that happens, and them making people around me have to kind of pick and choose. And I don't really want to go through that. So I'm also trying to navigate the question of how to show up well in a female friendship, hold myself accountable, and ensure that I'm also a good sister in that space. So I'm quite intrigued to see what this journey looks like. I'm open to more female friendship and more female connection, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. Aside from that, the other thing that I crave right now is a creme brulee, and I actually have one because someone brought me a creme brulee yesterday, so I'm gonna go have that creme brulee because yes. What else am I craving right now? I'm craving a good conversation. Like, you know those conversations where like you're sitting on a couch, or like you're on the phone and you're just on the phone for hours, or you're just sitting and talking for hours, and it's like we started at 1 and now we're at 24, but we're going back to 14. Like, we're just all over the place, but there's this depth of connection that is being formed. I am craving a really good conversation, and I had one. What day is it today? It's Sunday. I had one on Friday night, which was really, really good. You may see a friend incoming. Okay. Side note, I'm currently dog and house sitting, so he just came and sat on the ground just in front of me. He was over there. So I had a really good conversation on Friday, which was so good for my heart and my mind. I want to just have another one with no limits, no time limit, just sitting and talking and sitting in the uncomfortable space and in the questions and in the self-discovery and in the self-questioning. I just want to sit in a good conversation, because sometimes I feel like I have to hold back in conversation where I don't want to be too annoying. I remember there was one time I went to an event. This was years ago. I went to an event and there was this person that I had recognized from the event. So I reached out to them and I was like, oh, like, how was it? What did you think about it? Da, 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 da. And they said that they felt like they were being interviewed. And I was like, oh, that was not my intention at all. I just wanted to know how you enjoyed the experience. Like, did we see it from the same vantage point? So I think some small experiences like that have made me very conscious and aware of like how I show up in conversation, because there are so many questions I want to ask people. There are so many things I want to just get to know about them as a person, how they navigate, how they see the world, how they communicate, how they process things, but I try not to be annoying. So that's hard. And that's why I say no limitations, no restrictions, because I want to be able to just say the things and ask the things and not feel like I have to hold back in that way. So my 3 things are in this season right now. I am craving sisterhood, which is really exciting but also nerve-wracking. I am craving a creme brulee, which I will be eating today. And I'm craving a really good sit down, no restrictions conversation. One where there's this unraveling and this unfolding of self and humanity and dreams and processes and all the things. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little video today. I don't know how long this one will be. I cannot see the time thing, but I hope that you are able to also sit in this question. And I don't know how far along this journey you are. Maybe this is the first video you're watching. Maybe you've watched all of the videos. Maybe this is the second. I really want you to take time this week to sit in this question, because I think it's like a nice in-between question where it's, hey, it can be super, super deep, or it can be super surface level where it's like, I'm really craving a good pizza. You know what I mean? I'm craving a good hug. Like, it can be whatever you want it to be. And see if there's a way for you to cultivate the answer to this question this week. If you want a good pizza, maybe make one or go buy one. Save up some money and just go buy a pizza. Or maybe you want a good hug. You see someone that you appreciate and you feel safe with, and you say, hey, I need a good hug right now. Can you give me a hug? Just do whatever you gotta do. I feel like this is a good, accessible question. Sometimes they can be a little deeper, and we're gonna keep going. But sit in this one, talk to your friends about it, talk to your parents about it, talk to your journal about it, and answer the question. What do you crave the most right now? I hope you have the most amazing week. I hope you're able to sit in this question, reflect, and also able to find and receive or create the answer to this question. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to seeing you next week for week 7.